Hey guys, today we're talking about the Tempelfjorden from Helsport. It's a down synthetic combination. Unfortunately they don't produce it anymore because they changed the whole system basically. It used to be a 3-step system leading into the Extreme series, which this one is part of. That's the back to it. The temperature charge is -19 for comfort and then -31 for the limit, T-limit. Extreme -57, but you're never going to reach that one before you're going to die inside the sleeping bag. The reason why I'm talking about it is because it's my main sleeping bag at the moment, plus the down synthetic combination is really the way to go if you're in the northern hemisphere. Other than the other alternative would be a pure synthetic, but since it is quite bulky, quite heavy, I usually don't want to go into it. I used to have one, the Mammut Denali Expedition 5 season. It's actually pretty good. It's quite comparable to this one, but the problem for me was that I had it up on Svalbard, I got it washed, and somewhat they must have dry tumbled it, and all the insulation layer they got destroyed somehow. I think so, because I had a -20 degrees Celsius night and I was freezing like hell in it. By the way, -22 at the moment. Given my beard, I've been outside for quite a while by now, so that's how it goes. So the reason why I'm talking about it is because for me this system works much better on black, because it actually, if you're especially in spring, you know, you can have it outside, the sun warms it up a little bit and you actually get rid of a little bit of moist on it. Speaking of moist, the reason why this combination works much better is because the problem with down is you get quite a lot of insulation for the size that you have, but as soon as it starts to get damp, you know, you have moist trapped inside there. It decreases the R value, the value of warmth in it. That's why it's very important to save your down when you're outside for several days. I actually had a night with an old Western mountaineering antelope sleeping bag. Really good down sleeping bag. I really liked it. But I was sleeping in a tipi tent during the night, and it was, I don't know, something around -20 degrees or something like that. That was not the problem, but the problem is I had 2 dogs, I think, in the tent, and the moist in there, you know, the from breathing and everything, was so bad that it laid on my sleeping bag, got warmed up due to my own body heat, and actually the whole sleeping bag got slimmer and slimmer. It was a rough night, to be honest. So the down sleeping bag, medium thick, works I would say until I usually use it until -15, and then I'm gonna use the outer sleeping bag on top of it. Zipper is on the right side, only halfway in. So it's a common thing for a down sleeping for a sleeping bag in general in the winter. So you have less body heat getting off. Of course, the winter color, you know, and you have a pocket inside here to put your cell phone or whatever you have in there. The outer one, same material, by the way, outer material, ripstop nylon, has the zipper on the left side and no warmth color or whatever, because it's really slim and it's really made for like really warm summer days basically. But it also has a pocket as well, so it's actually pretty good to have those options. So you go in with the down sleeping bag inside the synthetic one, and that's pretty much the way to go. You can see there's a little bit of moist here because I used it during the night. Here you can see it as well. And what happens is it just stays there, of course, because that's how it is. You will have that with every sleeping bag. pretty much, especially in this kind of area, because it's your breath and also your body heat from your top from the top of your body gets trapped somewhat. So what you do in cold temperatures, I actually learned this trick from a polar explorer, is you go out of your down sleeping bag in the winter, you know, in the morning, put your clothes on, you know, and get in there, get out and put your clothes on, and then you go between the two layers. So the down sleeping bag inside, and you go between the down and the synthetic one, and have your breakfast and your coffee or whatever you want to have. Because what happens then is you start heating this area up, and you will see water basically on top of it, and then you can just swipe it off. So this way you can keep your sleeping bag much more moist free for a longer period of time. Works really well. And as I said, the slimmer the sleeping bag, the more you can actually, or the faster you can heat it up a little bit in the sun, and get rid of all the trapped in moist and water that you have created. So the alternative now would be, actually, since Helsport doesn't produce this one any longer, is the Spitsbergen model from Helsport, but that is really double the price, to be honest. And however, you get like I think the comfort temperature is like -35 or even -40, so it's a completely different version basically. But if you can, or if you, because it's kind of hard to find a sleeping bag that has this kind of like system baked in it, is if you have a down sleeping bag and you want to upgrade to a little bit more comfort temperature, get a synthetic one, a light outer one, and then boost your sleeping bag with that. And then the other way around is, of course, having a merino wool layer inside or a synthetic layer inside or whatever that boosts the sleeping bag for another 5 to I think Sea to Summit produces the reactor. I think it goes like +12 or so degrees that you can boost the sleeping bag. It's subjective, of course. If it's getting colder than -22, -25 or whatever, then I'm actually going sometimes use the down jacket here and put it around my legs because they're getting a little bit cold, and then on the upper body I always have like a my thick wool sweater on, and even like a light down jacket as well if I need to. So that works pretty well. So yeah, so that's about it. Down synthetic combination is for me the way to go in terms of like size, weight ratio, and also protect my sleeping bag for the northern hemisphere. For the southern hemisphere, if you're going on Antarctica or whatever, then quite often you can just go for a full down sleeping bag, due to the fact that you have really like the heat can be pretty tough. In the northern hemisphere in the winter time, it is not the case, you know. So you have to work your way around it. If you go for really long times, then you have to think about vapor barriers and whatnot. I don't want to get into it. I personally, I don't like inner liners at all, because I'm a very I move a lot during the night, so that actually, like, you know, gets a little bit too annoying for me. But if I'm going out now on a 3-4 week trip, I actually gonna go for a merino wool layer inside to just boost it a little bit, and also keep the sleeping bag a little bit more moist free as well. Alright, have a good one, guys.